Oh, just say scrap.
Oh, just say scrap.
As something new.
As something new.
It's Make It Mondays just for you. So come and see what we are creating. Make It Mondays just for you.
Hello everybody, so today we are doing our Sweet Memories Scrapbooking Kit. So to get us started, I'm just taking my zip strips and making sure that they are super clean by cutting off that little bit of excess with my scissor. And then I am taking our Tombow runner and just putting some glue onto those zip strips. Our T-scale ruler is really useful for this, so we can line everything up and make sure those zip strips are straight. Sometimes because they're a ½ inch, they are a little bit harder to make straight when you're trying to put it down in your paper, so using a Versamat and that T-square ruler really does help. Then we have all these beautiful cutouts from Close to My Heart. These are exclusive to our kits, so if you are not familiar with our scrapbooking kits, these are specific things that are in our scrapbooking kits that are only available in our kits. And what I'm doing here is as you see, I'm putting the photo mats down there, but I did take those special die cuts and I actually added a little bit of foam tape to them so they kind of pop up a little bit. That's just a personal thing that I wanted to do. So I'm gluing the bottom of them while I'm popping up the top of them. And as you saw there, I went through with the Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide. I had actually forgotten to do that before I started this page, so I did go back through and add it at the end and then spray it a little bit with some water, which totally works out well. You can do it if you forget like I did. You can always go back and add it later, as long as you are able to kind of maneuver your paper a little bit and get it on there. And if you can't do that, you just put it in places that are not covered by stickers and other embellishments. So since this is a Close to My Heart kit, the directions are in the kit. If we do have specials, they will not actually be printed in your kit. For these, you will have the option to actually download the instructions off of Close to My Heart's website, and you can either use it on your computer or you can print them out yourself. So that is kind of the difference. I know some people have asked about that, but that's why I have physical written directions next to me for this, because it is a Close to My Heart kit and they are printed in the kit. So that is what I am doing. I am very bad at following directions, so I should be looking at the what to do or prepping your pages before I actually do anything in a kit, which I usually don't look at, which is why I forgot that Victorian Velvet. So Close to My Heart does have it laid out very well for you, so make sure that you do look at those directions before you actually start to do anything. So here, once again, I am just using those special die cuts for the kits, and as you see here, I actually took my 3D foam tape and I cut it off of the circle that it was on. I like to waste not, want not, as I've said in a lot of videos. So we like to take that off of the circle piece and actually use the rest of it, which just means that we gotta glue a little bit afterwards, which is totally okay. Our mono liquid glue is perfect for that, and it makes it stick really nicely. See, as you saw right there, I did use my glue to kind of add a little bit onto that foam tape. And now we're just adding some extra embellishments. I forgot the zip strip on this one, which was my mistake, but I was able to easily put it down and just put it underneath one of those die cuts. So once again, make sure you are reading those directions because they really will help you. But this kit is just absolutely beautiful. I love how Close to My Heart uses the Distress Oxide throughout it and also adding it to your stickers and everything like that, so you get a really beautiful look. Now, don't be like me and don't forget about the extra die cuts that they do give us. So I was trying to look for something on the sticker sheet, I couldn't find it, and then I was like, oh, they gave me these extra die cuts as well. So make sure that you have everything in front of you so you're seeing what you're using, and that way you know exactly what is going to be laid down onto the page. So as you see here, I did pull out my extra all-purpose mat, the smaller one that I have cut into quarters, and I am taking my stickers, I took them all off the sheet together and put them onto the mat, and that way when I'm using my anti-static pouch, I'm able to collect the extra powder that's coming out and actually wipe it up with the stickers. As you see there, I was wiping some of the stickers onto the extra powder so I am not wasting any. And then, like I said before, I'm taking that extra foam tape that we took off of the circle using my Tombow glue and just gluing those pieces on. So this is kind of just how I like to do my kits. I like to put everything that's flat down first, and then I will pop things up as I'm going, but anything that is a sticker that needs to be popped, I will do last. And I do this because I don't want to keep pulling out my anti-static pouch. It's easier to just do everything at the end and then also just pop everything up together, and then our pages are complete. So if you have any questions about any of this, if I'm confusing you, please let us know. I would love to explain it more. It just is a great tip that both Mom and I use all the time. So we really would love you guys to utilize it as well. But as you see, these pages are coming together beautifully, and they are just so, so cute. They don't have to just be used for girly stuff or anything like that. They really can be used for so many different occasions. And that is what I love about a lot of Close to My Heart paper packs. You can use them for so many different things, which is amazing. But that's page 1, and now we're going to be on to page 2. So just putting this page together like we would with the other pages, I did accidentally cut the green piece wrong. However, it worked out with the charcoal pieces, so I don't really know exactly what I did wrong, but this just goes to show you that if you make mistakes, there's only extra embellishing and nothing is really completely wrong when you're making scrapbooking pages. So as you saw there, I had to change my Tombow as well. It was super, super easy to do so. I love the Tombow refills. They just make life so easy when you need to change anything up. But here we are just continuing on embellishing things. And I had my little cutter just to cut some of these pieces in half because we will be using them elsewhere. I also do this because if something is tucked underneath a photo mat or something like that, and it's a circle, why not cut it in half? It makes it easier to actually line up against the photo mat. And then you can also use that extra piece either on another page or keep it as extra. So if you want to make some extra pages along with this as well, you can do that. So here we are again, just doing the second page now, and we are just going to line everything up. Once again, this one was also a little bit off, but it somehow ended up working. I have no idea how that happened, but it's okay. We just edited things a little bit and made it work. So if you look at our pages versus the actual Close to My Heart pages, we are slightly off-centered with the green, but like I said, you do what you have to do, and it worked for our pages. So these tiny little swirls from the die cut sheet, I love using the liquid glue on. It just makes it so much easier, and they actually stick really well when you use that. And what's also helpful is putting some stickers over them as well. As you're going to see, we do throughout when we put them down. So I wanted to actually show you how I put this cluster together up in this top corner. So we zoomed in a little bit just to show you that there are stickers, there are some of the die cuts, we did pop up a little bit, but they just look so cute. I love how Close to My Heart makes all those embellishment clusters. It just looks so beautiful when you put everything together. So once again, here we are with our anti-static pouch. This specific sticker was a little bit more delicate, so that's why you saw I did take a little bit more time with that leaf branch thing of flowers. And because it was also so long, I did have to then pull some stickers after that as well. So we did still do the same thing as I talked about before, using the anti-static pouch on all of the stickers at the exact same time. So once again, here we are just putting some of our foam tape onto some of our stickers. This one specifically I put down, and you're gonna see actually that dream sticker. I'm gonna zoom in here because you see I did put 2 small pieces of the foam tape on it, and now I'm actually taking the thick foam tape and adding it as well, so that the 2 pieces that were actually the thin foam tape are going over the flower because the flower was thin taped, and then the rest of it is being thick popped. So I just wanted to show you, I know we've talked about this in other videos and things like that, but I wanted to show you how it actually looked in person while I was doing that, zoomed in a little bit more. So here we are just kind of finishing up here, putting on some more of these embellishments to finish up this page. And then we are going to be going on to page number 3. So as you see, I do use a lot of foam tape when I am trying to put some of these pieces down, especially this flower cluster. I didn't want any of the edges to accidentally be squished down or anything like that. So I really do use a lot of foam tape. And I just think it makes our albums last longer, preserved a little bit more. They don't squish as much as they're sitting on your shelves and things like that. So that is just one of my and Mom's personal things that we do. So you are more than welcome to do the same thing, or you can put as much foam tape as you would like on there. So as you saw there as well, I used the Victorian velvet to put a little bit of Distress Oxide on that one die cut, which is, I just love that heart. And so that just adds a little bit more color to our die cuts as well. So you can do that. You don't have to do that. You could also do that to some of the swirls if you would like to, anything like that. But now on to page 3. So to start off on page 3, I just wanted to show you that I do cut everything that Close to My Heart tells us, but with something like this, I definitely can do my paper saver method, as you see here. So why waste the entire white daisy piece of paper when half of it is going to be covered? It's also going to add thickness to my albums and everything like that. So I would rather paper save and use that white daisy elsewhere, which, hint, hint, I actually was able to use it in one of our other kits that you'll see on Make It Monday because it was just the perfect size and I didn't have to cut a full sheet of white daisy after that. So once again, we are just taking our small cutter, cutting some of the die cuts that are specific to this kit out, and Close to My Heart actually does tell you this in the directions, so this was not just something that I decided to do, it was actually something they told me to do, so that's another great thing about their directions and why you should read. And here, I actually didn't want to waste that entire green sheet as well, so I just cut off tiny little strips and was able to lay that next to that floral piece, so I now have extra paper for other pages or anything like that as well. So once again, I am using our T-square ruler to line everything up. As I've said, it's just so nice. It helps so much when you are trying to do everything and make everything straight. I love to eyeball things, but since the T-square ruler, Mom would even laugh at me because I use it a lot. So just telling you, even though I'm stuck in my ways, I use it and it's great and I absolutely love it. So we're just doing some more embellishment clusters on these pages, and this page we are actually going to be making a banner across the page. So it's really cool how Close to My Heart takes the stickers, the die cuts, the zip strips, that little green piece is a zip strip, and just kind of creates this entire banner across the page. So this is why we were cutting those other pieces in half, because as you see here, we are going to be layering them across the page. I did foam tape some of them. You don't have to. It's a personal preference, but I just thought it was easier to do so. And as you see with that piece there, we did keep some of the sticker background because I want to make sure that I'm able to slide my 4x6 photo underneath that when I actually print that out. So that way we can put the photo under there, then you can pull that little white piece out, and then the sticker can actually just stick right to your photo. So another thing, as I was doing this banner, I wanted to make sure that it would fit across the page. So I am putting things down, but I am putting them down light enough that I am able to pull them back up if I need to. And you will see right here, I do end up pulling up something quickly, and I'm actually going to put it back down and then pull it up again. So just showing you that as you are trying to lay things out, you may have to manipulate your pieces to make it fit. It might not look exactly like Close to My Hearts, even though you are staring at the directions. It's just the way that we are laying things, and just, everybody is a little bit different. So Close to My Heart made it the first time, but it doesn't mean that it's a perfect recreation of it when we are doing it. You can definitely get close. As you see, I'm very, very close to it, but it has my own little personal touch on it. And as you see here, we are on to our last page. So I am just putting down some of these squares that we have cut for photos. If you like the blue side better, be my guest and turn that over. I'm just doing it exactly how Close to My Heart has told us, so that is just something that I'm doing. You are more than welcome to change over any of the papers if you like one of them better. So as you saw there, I did pull up our camera. I used our paper crafting tool to do so, and I just did that because I didn't love exactly how far down I put it, and I wanted to just move it up a little bit more. And as you see, they did actually use another sticker to put over the camera, which I didn't realize right away. So that is why I pulled the camera up. I also forgot that this piece goes on the first page, so I went back and did that first. But then I was able to embellish a little bit more by the camera and actually add what was supposed to be up there and not have it too low. The other thing I did as well is I had, and you're going to see it again a little bit later, taken my cutter and cut one of the stickers in half. I did this because I didn't want to waste the entire sticker since only a little part of it was showing. So I was able to just kind of cut off the part that was shown And that way I still have that sticker to use on another page like I've been saying. So if you do manipulate your papers a little bit, see here I go cutting again. If you do manipulate your papers a little bit, you will then have extra pieces to use to make some additional layouts. So here is our third layout, and then I'm going to show you all of them again, just closer up with the embellishments. So this is our full kit completely done. It is absolutely beautiful. I know I edited it down and everything like that, but it took me about 2 hours to make. So I have a feeling that you could definitely get this done in that amount of time, and it's just gorgeous. You can use this for prom, you can use this for baby shower, you can use this for so many different things. And if you want, there I just had a little thing on my photo mat there. But even if you wanted to, you could take out the mulberry and switch it out for the periwinkle to make it a little bit more blue. So you don't need to use the Victorian velvet. You can kind of make more blue tones to this. So it could be for a baby boy. You could just use it for a get-together, you know, a family get-together, anything like that. It is just so, so pretty. And like I said, if you flip over some of the papers and things like that, you can get more blue tones in it as well. So if you think it's a little too pink, well, then you can change it up a little bit. But we hope that you enjoyed this Make It Mondays, and we'll see you again next Monday.